Hi, this is Doc from Groovy Entertainment. Today we got another book to read for you. Today, book of DuckTales, Sir Gizmo Gearloose from 1989. So let's get started. Gizmo Gearloose had been shut up in his lab for ages, working on an exciting new project. One morning he called Huey, Dewey, and Louie over to see it. "It's fantastic," said Dewey. "What is it?" "It's a time machine," answered Gizmo. "It can take you back and forth in time. All you have to do is set the time and the date you want." "Well, what are we waiting for? Let's try it out." "Not so fast," said Gizmo. "I hadn't tested it yet." But Huey and his brother was already pushing buttons on the control panel. Gizmo ran forward to stop them, but tripped and fell against the controls. The machine began to spin madly. When it stopped, the lab was gone. In its place stood an aged castle. Two men on horses rode by, chased by knights in black armor. "The machine works," said Gizmo. "Come on, boy. Let's give those two some help." Gizmo and the boys made a great slingshot out of some tubes in an old tire. "Grab that mop," ordered Dewey. They pulled the tires back and fired the mop like an arrow. It hit the knight and knocked him off his horse. One of the men he'd been chasing rode up and thanked him. "I'm Knight Artie," he said, "and this is my wizard and friend, Merloon, the magician. Welcome to Quackalot. Tonight we'll have a dinner in your honor." Meanwhile, the Black Knight reported to his boss, Lestrade, the Duke of Northwood. The Duke was furious. "Fool," he snarled. "You failed to get rid of Artie, and now we'll have the magic of those strangers to deal with as well." "They caught me by surprise, my lord. Give me another chance," begged the knight. That evening, the knight went to the went to the cave of a furious dragon. He stood in the entrance, throwing stones and calling his name. "King Artie said you are so ugly that no knight would want to rescue a beautiful woman from your clutches," said the Black Knight. The dragon became angry. Flames rose from his throat. He stormed off to hunt for Artie. The king was dining at his castle with Gizmo, the nephew, and all of the nobles of Quackalot. The dragon stuck his head in the window and roared. His flaming breath almost burnt the guesses. "It's the dragon. Save yourself," called Artie, jumping over the table. Everyone fled in fear. "We must do something," said Gizmo. "I have an idea." He took a barrel of soap water, made a hose, and with the nephew's help, sprayed the water down the dragon's throat. That put its fire out. Now all the dragon could breathe out was soapy, bubbly. "Gizmo, that's the second time you saved my life," said Artie. "From now on, you will be my wizard and chief advisor." Merloon, jealousy, and hurt left. Overnight, Gizmo changed. He spent hours practicing with sword and lance, hoping to become a knight. "Why are you doing this?" asked Ruby. "We'll be going back to our own time soon." "Not me, I'm staying," answered Gizmo. "I should be sure Gizmo Gearloose of Quackalot." The brother couldn't sleep that night. They had to find a way to change Gizmo's mind. Suddenly, Dewey said someone else can't sleep. Peeking down the hall, they saw Merlin creeping out of the castle. "I don't like the look of this," said Louis. "Let's follow." An hour later, they watched Merlin meet the Duke of Northwood. Help me get rid of that evil stranger, said Merlin. His magic is dangerous to all of us. He doesn't know that Lestrick planned to get rid of Aldi and take over the kingdom. The Duke listened while Merlin told him about all the Casco's secret interests. And then a guard came in with the nephew. Take them all to the dungeon, ordered Lestrick, including this pitiful wizard. I don't understand, said Merlin. For some time now, I have wanted to get into the castle to capture Ardy, and you have just told me how. Now I can do it, explained Lestrade. That night, the Duke of Northwood and his soldiers stormed the castle. Gizmo climbed into his armor and joined the battle. Unfortunately, he fell off his horse and was dragged through the middle of the fight, hanging for his uh, horse. The king's faithful troops fought bravely, but little by little they were forced to leave the castle. The castle is ours, cried the Duke of Northwood. And the kingdom is mine, he gloated. When he saw that the Black Knight had captured King Audi, soon Lestrade was sitting on the throne wearing Audi crown. Meanwhile, Merlin and the nephews had escaped from the dungeon. The wizard was ashamed of having betrayed his king and was trying to think of a way to undo what he had done. There, Gizmo horse, cried Dewey. Gizmo must be nearby. He knows what to do. They found Gizmo badly bruised, his armor dented. When they told him what had happened, Gizmo asked for coal, copper, and iron to make a giant magnet. Then they all pushed it into the castle gate. Now we need a storm, said Gizmo. I can help you there, said Marloon. He said a magic spell to create a storm. Acted the magnet. Lestrade's men wearing armor came flying into the cart, pulled by the magnetic power. The castle was audited once more. The next day, Gizmo and the nephew said goodbye to Audie and Merlin. I'm sorry I tried to take your place, Gizmo said to Merlin. If I hadn't been for you, my invention wouldn't have worked. We'll miss you, Merlin replied. Come and see us again. Gizmo set the controls, and once again the machine spun wildly. A second later, they were back in Gizmo lab. That was exciting, he said sadly, but I have to admit, life in the days of the knights in armor not for me. I'm glad you found that out, said Louis, smiling. Our own time isn't really so bad, is it? So that was Sir Gizmo Gearloose for 1989. So if you like, subscribe, share, and comment, have a groovy day with another video coming out real soon.